Hey, welcome back to the last week of the YouTube live event, How to Launch and Scale Your Perfect Online Business. It's been a crazy event, and obviously we're not going to stop here. We've got some incredible gold over the next few hours, and I am pleased to obviously introduce Tom and Lillybeth, who I came across a bit at the start of my online journey, and it's been great to finally connect, get back in touch, and basically come and have a decent conversation. So this is all going to be around network marketing, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be covering the ins, the outs, the myths, the truths, everything that we can.
Perfect. And obviously, guys, I'm just going to pre-frame this. Obviously, online business is obviously it's all great. Like obviously, it's all sexy. Where are you, and how long have you been there?
Okay, so at the moment we're in Greece, specifically Crete. We got here in the middle of August, where we brought family out with us for like a family holiday. We sent them packing home. We had enough of them, and now we're here until
God, we're here for another 3 or 4 weeks, I think it is.
October 18th we leave, and then we're back in the UK for a little bit, and then next year we're out of the UK again.
So just to paint this picture, guys, and like obviously from following Tom and Lily's journey, they are never in the country. Like not for a big clock. They are always out somewhere. That whole financial time freedom, that to be able to go anywhere, these guys 100% do it. So definitely listen into this conversation because they're literally going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to ask one question, and obviously it's always the big one when it comes around to network marketing. Is it a scam?
Well, I'd be spoiling part of our presentation if we kind of answered that, but in short, it's absolutely not. And through the presentation, hopefully we can kind of, I suppose, dissolve the taboos and the misconceptions around the industry, and then back that up with actual statistics from within inside the industry to kind of give everyone watching live or on the replay the information they need to enter this industry with confidence and achieve a lifestyle that they actually love living.
And do you know what? Like that's a perfect answer for a pre-frame. I absolutely love that. And you are right, because it's a case of like it was the first question that came to my mind, which means it's the first question that comes to a hell of a lot of people's minds. Like I know in general the make money online niche, or anything that sounds easier than working a 9 to 5 is classed as a scam. Okay, it just seems to be, everyone seems to just think it's a scam, and that's because we've been conditioned for years, obviously, to just be an employee. But like this is an industry that I've never seen before in terms of creating so many different revenue streams and making it such an enjoyable thing. Like I have never seen, obviously, you're not smiling now, which doesn't help me my next statement, but I've never seen you guys not smile. Like you always just seem so happy, chilling out. Like what I'm gonna do before we dive into that is, like, how did you even get there? Like, what was your thought process to go, right, we're diving into this?
Yeah, so I guess that kind of starts with me. To be honest, I had gone through university. I hated every second of it. I was working full time at the same time, and I did love my job. And then I just kind of had this passion that I just needed more, like something more had to be kind of like to come for my life, right? I was just like, this can't be it. Like I can't just work forever. And I actually went solo traveling around Southeast Asia in 2016. And that was really the moment where I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is how I want to spend my time on this planet. And I need to find a way to make that happen. So I traveled for 6 months. I came home and I was back home for 6 months, back at work, kind of full time, back at university. And it was just one morning that I was just, did the same as everybody else does, is Googling away, is looking around social media, is like, how the hell can I work and travel? And I was looking at cruise ships, I was looking at repping abroad, and I was looking at, how can you get into bars abroad and just work in bars? Because I had absolutely no bar experience, but I was like, I'll take anything. And then, I just kind of stumbled across the opportunity, and I was like, literally this boils down to, if I put the time, energy and effort into it, I can make an income. And I was like, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to, you know, work from anywhere in the world, but actually set aside that time whilst in those places to make an income. So yeah, I wasn't even with Tom at the time. I met Tom whilst, like, as I'd already started in network marketing. And then I met Tom, and at some point in our relationship, about 3 or 4 months in, I was like, okay, what's the deal? Like, is this serious? Are you coming along for the ride or not? Because otherwise you're staying in the office and I'm traveling.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I came into the picture. Like, we hit our relationship off. It was like a house on fire, and then we did Christmas, New Year, and then entering the new year. That's what, 2018. She kind of like was like, this is the trajectory I'm on with my business. She was already 6, 7, 8 months in at this point, already quit a job, etc. This is where I want to go, what I want to do. Like, our relationship started because we both wanted to travel, etc. Like, this can enable that. And at this point in time, like,
he was the internet guy that's like, nah, I don't believe it.
I
what
was
the fuck?
You were the skeptic.
Fully in the Reddit sphere, you know, where everything's a scam, everyone's out to get you. If you're not trolling, you're being trolled. So like, I instantly was just like, nah, not having none of this. And it took 2 months of kind of education, finding statistics like the ones we're going to be sharing today, and a lot of research around the products and stuff that Lily was working with at the time, and we're still working with now. And eventually, because I'm so analytical and so fact and logic based, I put together a big enough case file for me to make that decision and make that investment and get my business started. 9 months later, I left my full-time office IT job behind. So I reduced from 42 and a half hours in an office to 42 and a half hours a month later traveling the world. We flew one way to Bali, then over to Thailand, and did the whole Southeast Asia circuit before heading to the US for some events, and then back to the UK for a little bit, where we kind of get to like nearer today. But between then and now, there's been 2 years and some crazy stuff has happened, but we'll share more of that as we go through.
Nice. So that's really interesting. I always had you down as the analytical guy, Tom. Lily's more of like the carefree spirit, like, woohoo, let's go. She does seem a bit more of a party animal. But like, in that scenario, that is incredible. The fact that, like, especially in an industry like this that has such a bad reputation to the outside world who aren't closer to it, like, to convince an analytical person that it's the right thing to do is actually a great thing, because it shows, doesn't it? It's like, well, actually, if stats can back this up, then you've literally got no excuse then, have you? So basically, that Christmas, Lily, that you were like, right, I'm on this, are you coming or not, was basically jump on board, do one. That was basically right. I don't think these are engaged yet. I'm not quite sure, but that was basically, listen, you're coming with me, we'll end up married and we'll be doing this, or you can go. Was that basically how that conversation went in a nicer
a little bit, yeah.
I vaguely
I was
remember.
serious, right? Like, I started this with an intention. Like, I wanted to get to that goal, and you know, you're coming or you're not, to some degree. And it's exactly the same now with my team. Like, are you here for the long haul? Are you here to put the time, energy, and effort in, or not? Like, right?
You're right, aren't you? Like, no beating around the bush. Like, bloody hell, Tom. Hey, that was a nice Christmas dinner.
Yeah. I think the thing that worked in Lily's favour was that I am a very direct person. Like, I always describe myself as a cricket bat. Like, I'm the bluntest weapon in the shed. Like, I'll just come in and give it you. And she did that to me, and I was like, okay, I can respect that. Like, she must be serious, passionate, etc. And our relationship was quite good, and I didn't feel like she was going to do me over. So I just took the opportunity to learn, to kind of dive. And I hated employment. Like, I wasn't happy at all doing my job. I enjoyed the aspects of it being me helping people every single day of the week, but I can do that in any industry. Like, I can provide a service to help people in any industry. So I could get that, I suppose, philanthropic fulfillment elsewhere. So when I learned that about network marketing as well, that like, you win by making others win, like then I started to like, oh, okay, my ears perked up, and eventually the decision was made, and we haven't really looked back since, because it's just been a wild ride.
It
Like
has
there
been
aren't,
wild.
like we said this the other day when we were with another couple that are out here in Crete, that we've probably done more in the 5-6 years of our relationship than most relationships have had in a lifetime, because we've started a business together. We've, you know, grown an online training platform together. We've traveled the world together. You know, we were
Spent
living
every single day of 5
literally
years.
like every moment of the last 5 years, other than maybe the first 3 to 6 months, have been spent together, and it's been crazy, and it's all essentially because of network marketing.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you know at the time basically you told him jump on or do one? Had you quit your job at this point?
Yeah, so I'd quit my job before I even met him.
Oh wow, okay. So
Yeah,
you'd literally
so-
had about 6 to 8 months of Lily basically kicking ass online, and you didn't jump on board straight away. Like the proof
Yeah,
was literally
she'd quit her job like 3 months into her business. Like 3 months
Yeah.
after getting started, she'd quit her job because she was in a position where the money was coming in. She didn't need work, so it made sense to peace out. And then I came along, and I was just like
he would get up every morning and go to work, and I'm just like,
make me a brew before you go.
But yeah, it was definitely a tough pill to swallow. I think just as well, I think being British and being analytical, you're naturally just more skeptical than most people. So for me, it was like, you know, I'll keep a foot away until I know it's safe.
Yeah, and do you know, it's interesting that you mentioned the whole British thing. Like, we are like, as a general population, our walls are so much higher, stronger, built. Like, and to try and break those down, is because it's always been the thing, isn't it? Like America is like the land of freedom and opportunity, isn't it? Britain's like work your ass off until you retire, and it just seems to be that sort of thing. So when you're talking to a Brit, like you do have that a little bit more like resistance to it. So I totally get that. Because I was quite similar. That's really interesting. So it took you 3 months to quit, Lily, your job,
Yeah.
and it took you, Tom,
9 months.
Nice. Crazy that, innit? Like literally between the two of you, it took you 12 months in like combined, like 12 months of hard work to go to Asia, Bali, Crete, like America. Like I think you've done an event in Spain as well, didn't you, at one point?
Yeah. We've done Spain and Dubai and Malaysia and all kinds of places.
That's just it. So 12 months of hard work, working for yourself on the side, could get you a life of freedom. Do you want to dive into this presentation then? Because obviously I'm quite excited. Right, okay. Presentation is ready, which means I need to do something.
Amazing. Okay, so I suppose to start things off, down the left-hand side is the word freedom, and the reason that's there is because like that is really the reason most people come to network marketing, and it's essentially the theme of what Brian wanted us to come here and speak about, which is achieving time freedom / financial freedom, whatever. We don't really like using those terms because they're quite little trigger phrases that are associated negatively to the opportunity as like promises that can't be kept. But the reality is, like, if you want freedom in your life, like you want to work 2 hours a day and then chill and travel or do whatever the fuck you want, like this industry is probably the number one space in which you can achieve that. So what we're going to go through today is it legitimate, the facts and the figures of that kind of back that up, and then how to actually achieve that total time freedom and a little bit of how we can help you do that. Okay, so the plan today is firstly to go through, is it actually a legit industry, or are we generally just scammers that have done good? Number 2 is the facts and figures. Number 3 is finding an opportunity for you inside this industry, and that's kind of tips and tricks to find the one that works best for you. And then number 4 is an opportunity to work with us if you care to do so. So as Brian said at the start, it is a bit of a taboo, and it it's about time it wasn't. And that's why we're here today, because Brian said to us, do you want to come and speak about network marketing as an opportunity to make passive income and stuff? And we were like, initially we were like, I don't know, because it's not something we really talk about too much, but we definitely should. And we have a lot of information that we can share that kind of does take it out of the realm of taboo to not normal, because it's definitely not normal, but it's definitely a business that is legit, powerful, and absolutely anyone can do it, but it's not for everyone. And that's kind of what we're here to discuss today.
So what do we actually do? So we've been doing this for 5 years now. Well, for me, I started in May 2017, and then Tom officially started in the February 2018. So it's around 5 years that we've been doing this now. We have an online training platform with 7,000 plus members inside there. And there are people from literally around the world. Like, we travel all the time, and the amount of people we get to meet in different places is absolutely incredible. So we love that space. And honestly, it's one of those things, right? If 7,000 people are there, like, who do you believe, that one person on Reddit or the 7,000 people that we're working with? But let's carry on.
So we've been working in network marketing space now for over 5 years combined. Combined nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
And in that time, we've obviously already discussed this, but we've quit our jobs. We've traveled the world. We're going to be traveling more of the world next year. We've hosted 2 large-scale events offline, one in the kind of the mid-end of the pandemic. And we've changed lives of thousands of people along the way, including that of our families. And I suppose, why did we choose this path? So first of all, I've again already mentioned this, but the employed life really didn't work for us. Like, our passion is seeing the world and getting out there and taking in everything that planet Earth has to offer. 2 is, there aren't many businesses out there where you can commit 5 years and earn for life. Like, that's a big key feature with network marketing, is it's a compound effect. Like, the longer you're in, the better kind of the long-term plan is for you. And then number 3 is that we generally love impacting other people's lives. And this business allows us to change our own lives as a result of changing other people's lives. And that's super, super powerful.
So network marketing, is it actually legit? What we're going to do is going to kick you off with some myth busters and play a little game with you guys.
And then we'll go through the common misconceptions, beliefs, and generalized bullshit that floats around this otherwise incredible industry. Okay, so the number one thing that comes up when people learn about network marketing or enter the space where a network marketing opportunity is available is always, is it a pyramid scheme, or is it like one of those pyramid schemes? And
or just straight out,
yeah,
it's a pyramid
yeah,
scheme, right?
Pretty much, like,
not even a question, just like a statement.
Yeah, it usually comes with a harsh pointed finger right at your face. But in short, the answer is no, because pyramid schemes are highly illegal in 99% of developed and developing countries. You could probably get away with founding one in Somalia, but in any Western country or any developed or developing country in the world, which these days is most of them, you will not get away with it. And to back this up, we pay our taxes. The government knows what the fuck we do.
Yeah.
I love that. It's legit because we pay tax.
Like, we wouldn't be able to pay tax because the government asks us, what is your business? Then we give them our business plan, and from that they can go, yeah, no, to jail. If we were in a pyramid scheme or operate in one. And pyramid schemes, as this is kind of the biggest thing that distinguishes a pyramid scheme from a network marketing opportunity, is that pyramid schemes are businesses that have no physical or digital product. You are not purchasing anything but the right and ability to be paid for making others invest in this pyramid scheme. So a pyramid scheme is essentially like, Lily, you pay £100 to this company, and then Lily goes and gets Tom to pay £100 to this company, Brian to pay £100 to this company, and then Lily gets £20. And then when Brian and I go and get 2 more people to invest, we get £20 each and Lily gets £40. And that's how pyramid schemes work. There is no product. You receive nothing for your investment. So, number 2.
So number 2 is losing money. And this is, again, another one that gets thrown at us all the time, is the only the person at the top makes money and everyone else loses money.
And the reality is that people lose money in every fucking business out there. And in fact, 4 out of 5 businesses ever founded don't make it past year 2. And I can tell you now, before we get into those facts and figures shortly, that like the average business on the high street costs anywhere between £80,000 and £120,000 to found and to set up and to operate for at least 1 year. Network marketing doesn't cost that. With network marketing, you get the product that you purchase. Like, in order to get started, normally you have to buy the product that you're going to be selling, primarily so that you can demo it and have the experience, so you can sell from a point of view of experience. And essentially that means that you got what you paid for. You purchased the product and you got that. The business is an add-on. Typically that comes for free as part of owning the product. That those passionate about the product or of the opportunity are able to take full advantage of. And you only fail if you walk away. And we'll cover more of that shortly. So the third biggest thing.
Recruiting. And this is the normal objection that we get, is I don't want to recruit people for a lifestyle, or I just don't want to recruit people. You know, getting other people into this isn't what I want to do, blah, blah, blah.
And the reality is you don't have to recruit people. Like if you're like, it's completely up to you. Like, all network marketing opportunities are product focused. Like the company we work with, their focus is the product and getting that out there so it can benefit the lives of the people using it. It's not so that people can come along and found a business and sell the business opportunity. Like, that's just one method that some distributors use. And the reason for this is because some people are product passionate. Some people are, you know, the purpose and the focus of the product, that is what they love. Other people are business people. All they care about is growing a business and making money. So network marketing serves both those kinds of people. The people that want to get passionate about a product and share that product with the world, and also the people that are passionate about business and want to make a shit ton of money. So how you sell that product is completely up to you. If you get started in network marketing, you can be the person that sells the opportunity because you love business, or you can be the person that sells the product because you love the product that you've partnered with. And
I guess both of those combine as well, though, right? Because even if you are the kind of person that wants to get into network marketing to completely transform your life and to make an income online and or from anywhere, right? You can still have that passion, and we still have that passion of helping people, because you can combine the two, right? You can sell the product and you can also help people by recruiting people that want to start the business and actually help them make big changes in their life too.
Yeah, so our company that we're partnered with has been selling their product as a product first setup, completely offline, through demonstrations and trials, etc., for nearly 49 years. The online stuff that we've been doing for the last 5 years, or I think it's 8 years in total, that our original person that started this online branch kind of got started, like, it has only existed for a very short amount of time. It's always been product first. And a small disclaimer on this: whenever you make a sale, you have essentially recruited somebody, because recruiting is the act of selling an idea. Like, if you are an education facility and you're recruiting teachers, you're selling them the idea of working at your establishment. Recruiting and sales are one in the same. So, like, you're going to recruit and sell regardless of what business you're in.
Absolutely. And number 4 is losing friends and family. And the objection that we sometimes get with this is, I don't want to hassle friends and family and eventually alienate them.
And the reality is, you do not have to sell to or introduce the opportunity to your friends or your family. There are 8 billion people on this planet that you can sell to via social media that are more than happy and ready to buy or to invest, depending on what you're offering them.
And just to kind of get a little bit more clarity on this, like myself and Tom have only ever kind of used social media to promote either the business opportunity or working with ourselves or the product that we use. And actually every single sale that we have made, every single person that we've helped get started with this business opportunity has been because of social media.
Yeah. And like we do now have family that have come to us like, we want to do what you do. My fucking job is taking the piss, etc. And, you know, we've told them about it and it's been their decision to get started or not. Not ours. It's not been us selling to them. They've come to us because they've seen how our lives have transformed. And it's kind of, I suppose, passive sales, but it's been 100% their decision. And that's how we kind of do business with our team and encourage the students that we have within the platform to grow their network marketing businesses, because friends and family are super important to, you know, the hierarchy of needs that all humans have. So to lose those because of a business you've started, it's not a priority at all. Okay, so now that the top 4 objections around network marketing have been covered, other than the one that Brian kindly introduced at the start with is it a scam, have all been addressed.
I think it all kind of encompasses that though, right?
We want to now tell you some of the facts and look at some of the hard facts and figures from inside of the industry. Okay, so your chances of success are much higher. So 80% higher, in fact, than if you started any other home-based business. And that's primarily because there is no what's called a burn rate. And a burn rate is essentially the money you have to spend every single month in order to operate your business. And an example we can give of this is like if you were starting let's say a fish and chip shop, your burn rate is the cost of renting the property, the cost of electricity, the cost of the potatoes and the fish and the sausages, etc., that you're going to fry up and sell. Like all of those things, there's no guarantee you're going to sell them. And there's no guarantee you're going to have the money to pay your rent. So the burn rate is those expenses that are unavoidable for the running of your business. Network marketing doesn't have that. And it's also because of that, it's almost impossible to fail because of financial loss unless you walk away. This, plus you never need to set up distribution, you never need to scale in the traditional form of business where you go from like a tiny little garage to a warehouse to a fucking gigafactory like Tesla, etc., or anything else a physical product-based business would need to thrive and to grow. You just sell in whichever way you want because the company you're partnered with, in most cases, deal with distribution, deal with returns, deal with shipping, deal with absolutely everything apart from finding customers.
I'm also hyper aware of how British we are right now. I know Brian's sending this out all over the world. So a fish and chip shop, like a takeaway shop, like whatever you want to insert there, a pizza shop.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. So comparing to employment, the average earnings for someone that does network marketing full time is around 55,000 a year. So how does that compare to the average 40 to 45 hour work week in your country? We've only put the US and UK because predominantly they're the two countries that we do business in. So we have those facts and figures, and it varies around the world, but averagely it's around these figures, but in your local currency. So in the UK, the average salary is 27,000. In the US, the average salary is basically the same in pounds at $34,000. So by growing a network marketing business on the side of your job, you only have to commit, we say 10 to 15 hours a week. You can be earning almost twice as much. Well, in fact, twice as much plus than you do in your current job if you were earning 55k a year, which is crazy.
I just wanted to point out as well that all of our facts that we've got here today have been taken from like financial journals and different kind of
articles and
that's the word.
reputable sources, etc.
Yeah.
So not Wikipedia, no?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, one that we set up ourselves before this.
Yeah, I can't trust Wikipedia, because when I was in college, I used to go on there and just edit things for the sake of editing it. So definitely can't trust it, because I've probably destroyed half of it. Okay, so income that scales with your effort and experience. So 1 in 5 network marketers are grossing 6 figures plus per year. Like, how crazy is that? 1 in 5 people in network marketing, and again, that bounces off of the slide previously, that are doing it full time as their sole income source, are grossing over 6 figures in that business. And it's because of the exponential growth curve that comes with network marketing. Achieving high income, so 100K plus, is more of a matter of time than it is a matter of fighting for that promotion or getting those certifications so that you can move to a new company that pays a little better, or move to a different part of the world that pays exceptionally well. Like, there is no fucking around. It's just commit the time, commit the effort, and as long as you're doing well and you're making sales, essentially, over a period of time, your income will continually scale. It's, again, a bit crazy. Okay, so this is a bit of a biggie. Self-made millionaires. Network marketing is the number 2 industry in the world for creating self-made millionaires. The number 1 is the app development space. So if you're financially motivated, which most entrepreneurs naturally are, you wouldn't start a business if you didn't want to make money. You've just found an industry that can get you to millionaire status with a higher probability of it actually happening. That's, again, pretty crazy. I'll let you take this one.
The number 1 industry that creates female millionaires. So I know that obviously in the world right now, there's so many kind of different situations where different people don't have the same opportunity, and this is one of those industries where any of that kind of discrimination and everything is just completely stripped away. Everybody starts at ground zero. Everybody has the same tools, especially within our training platform. Everybody has the same opportunity to make this happen. And actually our community is 70%, I think 70 or maybe even 85% female.
Yeah, it's a higher, it's a very low percentage.
The ratio of female to males right now. But actually when I got started and very first started in network marketing, within that space and that kind of community that I joined, I was one of the only females there. I
think when I got started, there were 4 females in the entire community.
Within our space, there was very minimal females. And that's one of the things that I'm most proud of at this point, is how we've been able to really kind of bring on so many females, help them step out of their comfort zone, help build their confidence, build their self-image, build their self-love, and really see them thrive online, quitting their jobs, literally living out their dreams, making kind of 10, 20, 30, 40K months. It is incredible. And it's definitely a highlight of the industry.
Okay, so earning cap. Did I skip one there? Okay, earning cap. So 0. There is no cap. You can earn as much as you want per month, and this is available across 99% of network marketing opportunities. There's no upper limit on the amount of sales you can make in a 30-day period. Therefore, there is no limit on the amount of commission you can bring in that same 30-day period. Your earnings are 100% performance based. And that means as well, obviously, that, month on month, you could have a month where you make 3 sales and get a couple of grand in the bank. You could have a month where you make 100 sales and get a stupid amount of cash in the bank. But it's completely up to you. Where's your focus? Do you want to be making a crazy amount of sales every month, or do you want to just be replacing your job so you can live, be a full-time parent, or go out there and travel the world and experience that? Your earning cap, for me, it depends on the person that you are and how you want to live your life. but it's so important that there is no cap, like a job, for example, where you get paid £15 an hour and that's it, flat, done. And I suppose it as well, bouncing off that, you determine your own worth because of this.
Oh, okay, I was going to add, I don't know whether it's in here actually, that along with that as well, like obviously it's performance based, so you can decide, like, I'm going to go all out for the next like 90 days, and then I'm going to take 30, 60, 90 days off. I'm going to go out for the next 30 days. I'm going to take 30 days off. Like, you are in complete control of your working hours, your schedule, like when you want to show up, how you show up, like it's all you.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've already kind of touched on this, but we wanted to kind of add it in as an actual fact rather than as an objection. Friends, family, and your personal social feed. It is not required in most opportunities. This is not a sales requirement. It's quite common practice to see within network marketing, and like we discussed earlier, it contributes to the taboo that surrounds it. Like, you don't have to sell to family and friends, and you don't have to use your personal social feed. Like, and if I'm honest, we actually discourage people from choosing to get started with companies that encourage the use of your own personal network and your own personal social profiles, because again, like, as part of the hierarchy of needs that all humans have, family and social is like, it's not even on the hierarchy of needs, and it should be. It's one of the core things that we need to live happy lives, and to be put in a position where to make money you need to alienate those people potentially. It's a bit of a shit ass situation to be put into. So if we're honest, like, avoid companies that do this. True freedom. It's possible for absolutely anybody if you're ready and willing to work for it. You set your own schedule, you can work from anywhere, and you have complete autonomy in your working life. More on this later, as some opportunities are a little more restrictive. So we wanted to throw this in there because it's a bit of a, I suppose it's a real big fucking hitter, I suppose. It's like getting punched in the face by Mike Tyson back in the day.
Like, we always get that objection, right? Most people fail. Like, it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, like, the truth of the matter is, like, when you actually, like, most of us, right, before we even think about entrepreneurship or think about doing anything different, we are employees. We are in an employee mindset. Like, we never look at the, what's that word called now? The turnover of staff. We never really like look at the stats of that, right? But actually, when you look at the turnover of staff, when you look at the dropouts of university, when you look at any form of industry, anything at all, you'll see that there is always a high turnover. If you look at care work, if you look at the NHS, if you look at anything, there is always a high turnover. And the reality is that, like, whenever somebody starts something, it doesn't mean they're going to stay. It doesn't mean it's going to be right for them. It doesn't mean they're going to love it. It doesn't mean that, you know, they're going to be successful. But the ones that do stay, the ones that do commit, the ones that do put the time, energy, and effort in, those are the ones that are rewarded. So we wanted to use the university and network marketing kind of example for you. Because
I suppose because they both require investment
to get started.
And they both have no guarantee of earning at the end. Like, you go to university, there's no job at the end. You have to go from university and find that your fucking self. You have to find your possibility to earn. With network marketing, you make the investment, then you have to go out there and find the sales for yourself. So they're very similar things. It's just one is considered normal and acceptable, and the other is considered taboo, and don't fucking do that, you scammer. So the reality is with university, the fees per year on average in the UK, so we're not talking for the rest of the world, but in the UK, tuition is around £9,250 per year. So you're essentially paying £1,000 per month because you're there for about 9 months of the year, if you're lucky. You're paying £1,000 to be given one lecture every week or 2 weeks.
More than that.
Living costs, you're looking again another 9,540, and this is average. Like the range on this figure was from like 7,000 up to about 15,000. So we just kind of went with the middle ground.
So yeah, let's say that's an average of £18,790 to go to university for 1 year, right? And literally we Googled this morning because we were talking about it. And in 2021, the average dropout rate after 1 year of university was 40% of students. So 40% invest nearly 20 grand and then go, you know, I'm not feeling it anymore.
Yeah,
I'll give it a pass.
And this is what is baffling. Like that is considered okay in society. It's okay to go and spend nearly £19,000, and then just fuck it off and walk away and go to Tesco and stack shelves for 16k a year. Like, why is it okay to get yourself into nearly £20,000 worth of debt for fuck all? But it's not okay to invest between £10,000 and £10,500. So £10 is the lowest level investment you could possibly find in network marketing. We would never ever recommend it because you're going to be making about 3p per sale. But like up to, like, even if you invested in the highest possible level of network marketing where you're selling products that are probably £10,000 plus in value, like with the average investment, because of those statistics being around 5,290, like you can invest less than a third of university and have access to make income straight away. And the only way you can fail and have wasted that money, even though you've not wasted it because you own the product that you purchased with it, like the only way you can fail is by throwing the towel in and fucking off. Like, oh yeah, it's too hard to make sales. Well, have you actually spoken to someone? Nah.
I'm going to jump in here, guys, only very quickly because obviously the price comparison is ridiculous anyway. Like 18 grand, and that's for year one. If you put that like across the 3 years, like that's like 56,370. Like it's just ridiculous. 56 grand for 3 years. 9 times out of 10, 90% of people do not use their degree for their income that they go for. So they've wasted 56 grand. Then based on your averages, you spend 56 grand for 3 years at uni and you don't, and the average salary doesn't even make that a year.
Yeah.
That is just ridiculous. When you flip it on its head, your average was 5 grand to 10 grand investment in network marketing. And it's the highest in this business model that creates the most female millionaires. So look at that, 5 grand, million. 56 grand, 27 grand. Like, how is that even a logical number? And yet, as you say, that's acceptable. And it's the second highest business model that creates self-made millionaires in general from a 5k investment. And people go, oh, well, it's 5 to 10k. Well, yeah. Well, university is a hell of a lot more. Like, and no job. Like 9 times out of 10, you don't use it. I dropped out of uni in my first year. I'd done 3 months. I thought it was the worst thing I've ever seen, biggest scam of my life, and I am more than every single person who was in that lecture hall.
Incredible.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're proud of you.
So Lily's that 1 out of 10 person that actually does use her degree.
Yeah,
she did a marketing
literally
degree.
1 in 10. I did a marketing degree. And actually the only reason I did a marketing degree, like I was at college and I had absolutely no freaking idea what to do in my life. Like I grew up in some of the worst areas around Birmingham, and I was just like, I need to do something. I need to completely change like the trajectory of my life. And that's why I ended up going to university. But when I was picking a course, I was just like, what can you like always get a job in? What could like possibly never fail? And I was just like, everybody needs to market, like whether you're a pet store, whether you're a printing store, whether you're Coca-Cola, whether you're Pepsi, whether you're, you know, in a school and you're marketing for new staff, like every single industry everywhere needs some form of marketing. And that was literally the only reason I did a marketing degree.
Yeah. And like, I do want to add some like justification here as well. Like, I generally believe that the reason university is so normal, one, in the UK, is because the Labour Party made it accessible to absolutely everybody. But two is like, oh, well, if I drop out, it's 18K, but as long as I'm earning under 21, I don't have to pay it back. Yeah, fantastic, mate, but it's still debt on your profile.
Like, what a mindset to have,
Yeah.
right? Like, I'll just go through my life, like, never earning more than like £21,000 that I never have to pay that money back. But like, especially like right now, like the cost of living crisis, like, really, is that the mindset that we want? Is that the life that we want? Like, again, I said this at the start, like, I've always been, I don't know whether it's like an Aquarius thing or whatever, let's not go into the woo-woo side of things, but like, I've always been hyper aware of like, this is my life. Like, this is it, right? I mean, it's no guarantees. There's no knowing what's going to happen at any point. Like, this is it, and I want to make the most of it.
Yeah. So moving over to the network marketing side of the figures, like 5K, like if you, like, let's just say scenario, you didn't have the money sat there, you took financial like aid in order to make the investment. Average loan for £5,500, you're looking probably over 5 to 6 years with a reputable lender, £135 to £150 a month, like, and within 5 years that debt is gone. But in those 5 years, like, you could be in the position where we are, where we're traveling the world, living our best life, making enough more than enough money to live, save, and also plan future large investments. Like, it's mind-blowing that it's such a taboo. It shouldn't be. Like, there is no other business out there. Like we mentioned earlier, the average cost of a high street store is 80 to 120K. Like, why is it okay to go and start that for 80 to 120K with a 80% chance that you're going to fail within 2 years, but it's not okay to spend 5K, which is payable off it for 150 quid a month within 5 to 6 years, with an 80% better chance of success than an average business? Like, it's baffling. But anyway, we won't get into it because we could debate this all day. So, opportunities. There's a shit ton of opportunity out there in this industry, but not all of them are made equal. And we want to kind of go through them and help you have the checklist to identify the best deal for yourself.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in network marketing, if like you already know, like you don't need any convincing, like this is an industry I want to step into. These are the things, like we're not going to give you specific names of companies and things like that, but we're going to give you that kind of detailed checklist of like, does this align with me? Like, is this truly something that can help me reach my goals? And something that we always say to have a look at with this is, firstly, understanding what actually are your goals. So for me and Tom, like one of our highest values and our biggest goals is always to have the ability to travel and have the freedom to work from anywhere. And something that we do know about some different network marketing opportunities are they require you to kind of stock the product or to have a kind of, you know, a selection of them available for customers and any new distributors, and have welcome packs and this and that and the other. For us, that was something that didn't align with us because we wanted to travel, right? We didn't want to have a limit on that. We didn't have to have a cap or a return date. We wanted to just be able to book a ticket, go and decide when we come back. So yeah, like having a look at how does a company actually operate is something really, really important.
Absolutely. And number two is the values. So do you align with the values and the purpose of the company and or their product? So there are probably hundreds of companies out there operating in the network marketing company, but does their mission statement align with you? Like some out there don't even have a mission statement. They're literally doing nothing but selling shit products you can buy down Superdrug. Others, like, do have a mission statement that is so profound that instantly you're like, well, I want to be part of that. Like, I resonate with that. Like, I do want to, you know, have that impact on the world. So do you see or align with the purpose behind their products also? Like, is this product actually serving a purpose? Or again, is it something you can find on the shelves of the supermarket or Superdrug that people can go and pick up within 5 minutes? They don't have to use you. Like, are you needed to spread this product and this mission statement and this value, like, it's massive. Because if you're not, like, how long reasonably is this company going to last and these products going to sell for?
Okay, then. Oh, you want to go?
I suppose I just covered number 3, so I'll just talk through it again. Like, are they actually serving a purpose? The products, are these products serving a purpose, or are they products you can find on the shelves down the shops? Are people going to actually need you to buy that product? If the answer is no, are you realistically going to make enough sales to transition to this full time, or enough sales long term that you can do this for the long term and live the fucking life you want to live? Or are you going to end up back at square one in your employed job?
And number 4 is to actually take a look at the history of that company. So how long has that company been trading and operating? Within the network marketing space, it's not uncommon to find companies that are just launching, that are 3 months old, 18 months old, 3 years old, like whatever it is. Sometimes they can be selling products that are kind of a flash in the pan products and flavor of the month. And something that we would highly recommend, again, is having a look for a company that has a minimum trade history of about 30 years. And it just gives us that confidence in knowing, like, we're working with a solid company, right? Like, they're not going to disappear. Nothing's going to go crazy and happen. Like, they have a history of, like, good distributorship. And along with this, I just wanted to add in, with the product side of things as well, is like making sure that, like Tom said, like, is this product, like, does it have a purpose? Like, can you get it anywhere else? And I know that, like, I would be looking at kind of like, is the science behind the product backed up? Like, can you actually have a look, like, is it legit? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some products that, I don't know, I see so many like perfume opportunities, I see so many makeup opportunities, cream opportunities, and they're like, this is going to be the best thing for your skin ever. And I'm like, but is it?
I think a big thing, a big product at the moment, as an example, it's not network marketing to my knowledge, but like, is male hair loss products. Like, the reality is, if you're losing your hair, and I am,
Yeah.
there is no scientifically proven method for you to regain your hair. Even if you go for a transplant, it's averagely short to medium term solution. Like, it's biological. If you're losing your hair, you will lose your hair. It's just a hard ass fact you've got to come to terms with. And these companies out there are taking advantage of the, I suppose, male anxiety around losing your hair. Like, that is a flash in the pan product. It's flavor of the month at the moment. I see it all the fucking time. It's like they can see that I am losing my hair. It's a little bit weird. But the reason we say look for a company that's over 30 years old is because that means, like, if a company is less than 10 years old, 1, they've never seen a financial crash. And 2, if they're less than 3 years old, they've never been inspected by a trade authority, which means they haven't even been told whether or not what they're doing is actually within the standards that allow network marketing to be a legitimate industry. So by going 30 years, they've been investigated multiple times to make sure they're following fair rules within the industry and they're meeting industry criteria. And they've been through multiple fucking financial crashes. Like, in the last 30 years, there have been 2 at least, and they've survived, and we're on the verge of another. If a company survived 2, chances are they're going to survive 3. So having that history behind the company is so important. Number 5, commission. Is the sale actually fucking worth it? Because, you know, making a sale, depending on who you are, if you got the gift of the gab, it can be easy. You could sell snow to an Eskimo. But if you haven't, and sales is something new to you, like, is the effort you're going to have to go to going to be worthwhile? So network marketing opportunities exist across the ticket spectrum. And what we mean by that is low price, medium price, high price. So low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket. There are even some that are like ultra high ticket. And the ticket of the product determines the commission. And it's not about the percentage. Some companies will pay like, 80% commission on this £1 product. Fantastic, I get 80p. Other companies will be, 35% commission on this 10 grand product. Fantastic, one sale, 3.5 grand. Like, we would always recommend looking for medium, high, and ultra high ticket, because it means for one sale, you're probably going to earn what you would in a month's worth of work. So you've essentially got a month to make a single sale to earn more than your fucking job. Like that is where the power is at in network marketing.
Absolutely. And then number 6 is potential. So by this we mean, can you earn more than your upline? And for some of you that might still have those kind of niggling skepticisms like eating away at you there, you're probably thinking, what the hell do they mean? So for us, like the network marketing company that we're a part of, like they're like our team, our downline, they can earn way more than us, right? Because they get paid first. Like, and that is it, right? Like you want to be joining a network marketing company where you can outrank, you can like earn more, you can literally, you are completely autonomous.
You
in the
can
sense
be
of
the
what
top
you earn.
dog without being the first person to find this opportunity.
Absolutely. And that's also another reason why it's not a pyramid scheme. If it was a pyramid scheme, the person at the top always gets the most money, right?
Yeah, and another reason this is a biggie is because in order to be approved by the various trade authorities around the world and be given that stamp of approval that this is a legitimate network marketing business and is nothing illicit or illegal, you have to, the newest person getting started has to be able to earn more than the person that got started 10 years ago. You know, however unlikely that scenario may be, because that person's got a team that is
Well, they've got 10 years experience.
10 years experience.
Right?
They know the product inside out and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Like their sales pitch is uber refined. They've probably made thousands of sales. Like the newest person getting started has to have the ability to out earn that person in order for it to be given that big stamp of approval. So that's a massive thing as well. Number 7, mentorship. So mentorship is available without needing to search and pay for it. So seeking success in any industry can be tough, and it's true. Like it is tough. Success is hard fucking work over a longer period of time. That's why most people stick out in employment, because it's easy. You just show up and get paid. With network marketing, you often receive ongoing mentorship and support from your upline from the day you get started, and you don't have to go searching for it. Like searching for those experts and forking out thousands each month for mentorship. It should be a given that comes with the opportunity.
And again, another reason why, for example, if we were to compare network marketing and a traditional like brick and mortar like business on the high street, like the plus of starting your business in network marketing is that you do have those more seasoned mentors that can help and support you and give you advice and encouragement and show you the ropes, right? Whereas like if you're to just go out there and open your own bakery, like you've got no freaking idea. Like what the hell do you do for marketing? What's the recipes? Like what kind of store design should you have? Like what's the logo look like? Who's going to do graphics? Who's going to do my finances? Who's going to do, you know, my sales reports? Like you have to figure all that out yourself. Whereas within network marketing, you have a mentor, you have a team, like people that are there to support you throughout the journey and show you the way.
Yeah, and another important thing is a 5 to 10 year plan. So is there a clear roadmap of what is possible and when? So companies and distributors that are worth their weight will have a clear set of success roadmaps for the newest person getting started, and it will give clear instructions and criteria for meeting the goals along your path to kind of really give you those benchmarks of where you need to be and what you need to be achieving in order to achieve the success. So a notable mention, and this is something Lily wanted to include, and she briefly mentioned earlier, is that network marketing is a discrimination-free industry.
Absolutely. So, like I said, there's so many things happening in the world right now, right? And so many people trying to step up and step into their power and kind of, you know, and with network marketing, there is no kind of, like, there's nobody that is more successful because of somebody else. Like anybody can choose to start this, like whoever you are, anybody can choose to commit the time, energy and effort. Within our training platform, everybody has access to exactly the same information. And I'm sure that's the same with a lot and all of network marketing industries, right? Companies. And that's it. Like,
yeah, so there's no equality or diversity information required when signing your agreement to become a distributor, and none of that information determines your value to the company or likelihood of success. It's purely performance based. You win by performing your best, and nobody but you determines that. So you are your business, and that's all there is to it. Like if you want to do this, it doesn't matter, you know, what race you are, what gender you are, what whatever, like all of it, religion, etc. All of those things that employers ask for on a form because they have to meet numbers, that doesn't exist in network marketing, because you are your business and you are all that matters. Okay, so work with us. So since we launched our platform at the start of the pandemic, so March 1st, 2020 is when we launched this training platform. We've helped over 7,000 people launch and scale new and existing businesses online, including network marketing. So we're going to give you all the tools, training and mentorship to get started online. So why should you choose to work with us?
So we are typically British and we don't normally like talking about the numbers. You won't see us flashing this all over our social media, but since starting with our network marketing company, we've done 3.7 million in sales volume. We've helped hundreds of people quit their jobs. And our training has been like applied to so many different industries, whether it's helping PTs go online or helping people build Etsy businesses or build YouTube channels, like whatever it is. People aren't just using the training platform for network marketing, but it's one of the big things that people come for.
Yeah, so we have a proven 3-step process. Like, we've got hundreds of job quitters, and as we mentioned earlier, over 7,000 members. Number 1 is you'll discover and launch your business, or if you've already got a business, you'll skip to step 2. And we have a 12-month success roadmap in place to give you those milestones along the way. Number 2 is our 6 weeks to set up your socials and marketing campaigns to start scaling your business. Along that process, you'll also learn all of the skills and stuff needed to know how to market your business, etc., and know how to brand and know how to set up on socials. And number 3 is your step up into leadership to become a mentor and lead the way for future freedom seekers. So our 2 core values and the things that we call our foundations and reasons we believe people work with us is, firstly, we preach only what we practice. So unlike a lot of experts online, and we use experts because a lot of them aren't, they've bought a course and then recreated the course and sold it as their own. Our boots are fucking muddy. We're in the trenches. We're actively running our own marketing campaigns, continually seeking the latest strategies, and personally running the platforms that our members use. Like, we've just got off the back of our Q4 updates, and it's been absolute carnage. Like Brian said at the start of the call, Tom, where's your Tanya in Greece? And it's because I've not left the fucking house. Number 2 is community, and you'll get access to our private mentorship group. So we like to work closely with everyone that joins our platform to work with us. So we create a space for private mentorship away from the 7,000 member plus global community, because it can get busy and noisy in there and focus can go everywhere. So we created a more intimate space to provide that focus, mentorship and guidance to people that want to work with us specifically. So this is Laura. Laura joined us around 2 years ago, and she's about to jet off to use the freedom that she's created and the time that she's claimed back from quitting her job as a receptionist in the GP practice to volunteer in Africa and fulfill that kind of philanthropic nature that she has. So Laura said to us that she joined the platform with Tom and Lily 2 years ago. I always wanted to have my own business, but I had no idea where to start. This training gave me all the information I needed to be able to start from scratch. It broke everything down into simple steps, so it was easy to understand and built my confidence in my ability. Tom and Lily were always there to help if I got stuck with anything. I was a complete tech novice and when I started, and an extra bonus, I've met loads of other driven, ambitious people using the training to build business and made friends for life. So glad I made the choice to join. This is Adam. He's based in the UK, but right now he's probably more than likely planning a trip to somewhere else, because every time we speak to him, he's in a different city in the world. So Adam said, this platform has been a game changer for me. Before I enrolled, I had a burning desire to succeed as an entrepreneur, but I was the only one fanning the flame. When I started working with Tom and Lily, they really challenged me to go beyond my perceived limitations. And now I can't thank them enough, because with the help of the training and tools, the results are appearing both internally and externally. I couldn't recommend them enough. Okay. Why should you work with us? So this is what you get when you work with us. It's our business launch bundle, and this is what is going to be offered to you today for coming to this event and listening to our speech. So the first part of it is the discovery process. So this is the place where you discover your potential and launch your business. So what's included in here is the Forge Your Foundations module, which is all about kind of getting to grips with who you are, going through a process of self-discovery, learning that core mindset of being an entrepreneur and then implementing that through your 5-day business blast off, where you either learn to launch a business and scale that business very quickly by establishing yourself on social media with a proven strategy. You then have a 30 to 6-minute business launch call where we go through a plan and customize it to you, your circumstances, and everything else going on in your life. You'll also have access to multiple 6- and 7-figure mentors that are kind of our business partners and stuff within the training platform. And you also get access to the Value Vault, which has over £400 worth of books to do with business and mindset in there.
Along with that, you'll also get access to our School of Marketing, and this is where new businesses start to take shape and where you can start to scale those businesses. So the first thing that you'll be kind of taking a look at within there is the 6 weeks to success. And again, like Tom said a little bit earlier, this is really setting you up on social media. This is getting any kind of advertising platforms in place. This is learning about advertising and actually how to show up on stories and what your brand is and everything else. You'll have access to our Wired for Success Mindset intensive course, digital marketing mastery, organic marketing mastery. There is way too many M's in this. Print-based marketing, and the complete business registration and tax training that we have put within our platform to make sure that everybody is, up to date and running their businesses as they should. YouTube setup and scaling, and so much more.
Yeah, there's hundreds of hours in the School of Marketing, and we're having more and more experts from different fields come out and create new courses all of the time as well. So, you're always going to have something to learn and to implement. And like I said, we've just done our Q4 updates, so that is also being rolled out in there as well. Okay, and then finally, the third part of our global platform, where one becomes many. So you take your singular business and kind of join forces with thousands of other, hundreds of other in our smaller private group business owners, and kind of have that ability to mastermind, to share ideas, to share strategies, to see what's working from across the industry and industries, to scale and better your business. So you'll have access to the 7,000 plus global community. You'll have access to, I think there's just shy of 600 members in our smaller private mentorship space. You'll have one-to-one mentorship available to you. Sales calls, they're all going to be closed for you. Like, we've got a sales team that take care of that. Weekly live training sessions are available throughout both communities. Ads Mastery live training. So every single month, there's a group of advertising experts that come out and go through the latest strategies, etc., how to implement them, get them, review your ads and stuff like that as well. You'll have invitations to all our offline events, which we aim to do 2 to 3 per year. And then you'll also get access to performance-based incentives. An example of this is a year and a half ago, we did a £10,000 Apple giveaway. And then number 4 is the investment. So it's all good and that, but what is it going to actually cost? So it's a one-time investment of £77, and you can get started at getstarted.tomandlilybeth.com. So Kirsty, this platform has quite literally changed my life. I always wanted to work for myself, but I didn't know where to start. 2 years later, I can happily say I will never return to a job. Between all the readily available training in the School of Marketing and the constant support and guidance of Tom and Lily, I not only had the building blocks to get started, but all the tools to actually succeed. I am forever grateful I found this opportunity. And she's currently in Egypt having a little bit of a celebration with her partner for some news that isn't my place to announce, especially on a call like this. And then we have Tamara. So Tamara is only 2 months into her business, and we found it really powerful that she sent this review over a few days ago, because, she's 2 months in, she's brand new. She's essentially you just a couple of months ago. So she's from the Netherlands, and she's currently on her way to Bali. She was traveling for 10 months prior to getting started with us, and she just wanted to kind of look for an opportunity to work online. With all the options out there, it was a lot harder than I thought. When this business came onto my path, I was nervous because I had no experience, but luckily everything was covered in the course and the one-on-one coaching and a great platform. I quickly found myself excited and went through it. I now find myself happier and more positive mindset, and found a great way to work while I travel. So happy I started and ready for what the future holds. So the event bonus. So we wanted to include something special for everybody watching here because we've known Brian for a long time and we wanted to do kind of a one-up on what we typically offer. So for anyone getting started here, you'll have 100% guaranteed access to our once a month business launch group coaching session. It's like an intensive business launch program where we essentially go through all of those milestones in the business, step by step, all of the facets of your kind of audience and setting that up and getting all your Q&As sorted, anything that you're a little bit unsure of. It's, up to a 90-minute call with, however big the group is per month. Usually it's for people taking massive action and taking it quickly and getting their business started quick because they know they fucking want this. But for anyone getting started from this event, we will offer this to you as a guaranteed option. So yeah, it's a very powerful call, and it is essentially the resulting of the success that a lot of people go on to see very quickly. So thank you for having us.
Awesome. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Do you know what? Looking at that offer, guys, when it comes to building an irresistible offer that you must be taking advantage of, that was it, guys. If you didn't know what an irresistible offer was and how valuable that was, that has just slapped you in the face and it's yours. So, guys, 100% go and obviously I think I've got the link and it should be in the YouTube description. If not, Tom, just double check and send it me, mate. But no, guys, thank you so much for today's thing. I definitely don't feel like network marketing is a scam, obviously, by watching your journey and then watching that presentation. So anyone who's thinking about getting into it, it's definitely worth it, guys. So if you've stayed to the end, obviously we've had a fair few viewers on this one. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate, obviously, you taking the time to watch this. Tom, Lily, love you guys. It's been epic. I am going to have to kick you off because I'm 12 minutes late for my next one.
Our apologies.
Sorry, we're so sorry, and we'll see you soon, mate.
Yeah, no worries, guys. I will speak to you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.